Hi guys, so today's going to be a different kind of video. I basically was going to do a favorites video and a get ready with me video because I wanted to film the favorites video, but I had to get ready first. And then I was thinking, well, everything that I'm going to talk about is what I'm going to use in my get ready video. So I came up with the conclusion that I should just do a get ready with me, talk through, and showcase my favorite products. So that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully this video didn't turn out too long. If it did, please bear with me. I'm sorry. I talk a lot and I'm annoying and I'm sorry. The good thing is that you don't have to watch if you don't want to. So I'm also going to mention a few products at the end of the video that I didn't use particularly today. So if you guys are interested, then just go ahead and keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the Renewed Hope in a Jar. I love this stuff. Like, yes, I'm that excited. I usually like gel moisturizers, so this one's like more like a cream, if you can see, and so is the regular Hope in a Jar, which I don't like at all. I don't even like the smell or anything, but this one is amazing. Seriously, it feels like a gel, but it looks like a cream. It helps with texture, which is what I really need because I have huge pores on my face. So this has been really helping the texture of my pores. I started using this literally just because it was in my makeup bag and we got it for gratis and I didn't really know what it did. And then I started realizing the texture of my skin was a lot different. And then I read the actual container and it said that it actually helps refine the texture of the skin, and it's also refreshing, which it is. Like, I literally put this on and I'm like, oh. So if you have like texturized skin, like wrinkles, pores, like whatever it is, like you should definitely try this out. This is the Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Smashbox Primer. When I first tried this, I did not like it, and lately I've been loving it. And what I do is I put a little pea size on my fingers and I go like this. Literally, that's what I do. I don't rub it a lot, and then I just press it into my skin like that, and then I use whatever's left in my T-zone, or you know, down the center of my face. This has been doing such a good job at keeping me matte, like seriously crazy, and filling in my pores. If you guys have uneven texture, obviously that's what I have, because everything I use is pretty much for uneven texture and oily skin. I have like, it literally took me forever to like get products together, like foundation, moisturizers, primers, and stuff like that, that combat my texture and oily skin. So you'll see that a lot of the products I use help that. And so if you guys have that issue, then you're going to like a lot of the products that I use. This is the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation with SPF of 15. I love this foundation. It is full coverage, paraben free, fragrance free, oil free. I switch a lot of people at work to this if they have sensitive skin and they really like full coverage. Even if people don't like full coverage, I try to switch them to it because it's that amazing, and normally it helps clear up their skin and it makes them look so smooth. Whenever I wear this, people are like, well, what are you wearing? Okay, so I'm just going to use my damp beauty blender to blend this out. This foundation is amazing. Like, seriously, you can just see how smooth it makes your face. It's ridiculous, actually. I also like to use a darker shade because I really like to highlight. So if I don't use like a darker shade of foundation, my highlight makes my whole entire face look pale. So that's why it doesn't match my skin tone. The next I'm going to use is the Master Conceal by Maybelline, and this changed my life, seriously. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand like this, and then I use it. Usually that's enough. We're going to see. I like to use this as my eye primer too, just because why not? It's a long wear concealer and it saves me time and it works. So I just put that underneath my eye. I'm not going to like talk throughout this whole thing and explain my contouring and highlighting process, but if you guys want to see that video, I will leave it down below. But you could see how bright that is. Like, are you serious? And this is in the color, I don't even know what color I use, light. It's full coverage. It seriously is the best texture. Like, it reminds me of the Pro Longwear, but a little bit thicker, which is what I like. Because I feel like the Pro Longwear is a little thin. This has literally replaced every concealer that I've been using. It's awesome. You can see it hides all of the discoloration in my eye. Not that I have dark circles or anything, but you can see like it's red. I love that you need like the tiniest little bit of this stuff. So this bitch, my life right now, like literally. Okay, so now I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna set my face, and basically I've been using 2 new products that got a lot of hype on Instagram and YouTube and everything like that, so I was like, I need to try them now. So, Laura Mercier, the loose setting powder, the loose translucent setting powder, and I was a little confused when I went to Sephora, just because there was the secret brightening powder, and then there was the loose translucent powder, and then there was something else, and I was like, okay, which freaking one is the one that everybody talks about? I need to know, like, what's so good about this translucent powder. I finally figured it out. The translucent setting powder is the one that has a little bit of a tint to it, and this is the one, it has like a beigey yellow tint to it. This is the one that keeps you matte and helps blur out any imperfections, which is what I use all over my face to set my face. So I just take a powder brush and I pat it on. But then when you go into the secret brightening powder, okay, so this again, it's just white, it's translucent, and I didn't see much of a difference when I first used this. Then I looked in the mirror about, I don't know, an hour later, and I noticed that literally my under eye was so bright. It's amazing. I don't understand how a translucent powder that literally, okay, maybe it does have a little shimmer in it. This didn't look like it had any shimmer in it, but I guess now I just realized that it does. But it literally just makes your under eye look like it's glowing. Literally, these two, all the hype that you hear about these, yes, you need them. Seriously, you really do. So then I'm going to move on to my eyes and then come back to my face. This is just how I like to do makeup. I always switch that up, but I do that, I don't know, on clients, I do it on myself, I do it on whatever. So I'm going to use my color switch, Veramona color switch, because yesterday I wore like a pink eye, and I have some pink eyeshadow on my brush. I don't know if you could see that, but I'm just going to use that to wipe off any of the color. I love this thing. Again, I mentioned this in my IMAX haul that I didn't get it last year, and I literally was kicking myself in the ass for not getting it. So I love it. I love the fact that this literally takes off the darkest eyeshadow that is ever made, and you can just use it right away. So I'm going to go in with my Tarte lip palette. I've been loving this lately. I am a sucker for matte shadows. These are all matte shadows. Yes, it was limited edition. I'm sorry if you did not get your hands on this. We're going to go in with this color here, and it's called Force of Nature. It's a really pretty transition shade, like a peachy transition shade. So I'm using my E40 to blend this into my crease. Not really focusing too much on where the placement is. When I do everyday looks, I pretty much just do like a transition shade, and then just like a lid shade. I'm gonna take this Free Spirit, which is this like yellow toned shadow. These are all matte again. I'm just gonna stick this on my lid. I'm just gonna go back in and blend those two together. And that's gonna be it for my eyes. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid liner to define my eyes. I'm just going to do a thin line today, hopefully. Sometimes that doesn't always work out. I'm using the Kat Von D liquid ink liner. If you guys want to see a liquid liner tutorial, I will leave that down below so you can watch it in depth. So I didn't take it all the way in because this is a daytime look. It's just like my, you know, whatever, going wherever look. I don't even fucking know what I'm talking about. I just did it all the way to like right about here so that it doesn't close off my eye and it gives more of a everyday look. I hate when you plan to do like a baby wing and then it winds up like this. Just because I do makeup does not mean that I know how to do a perfect wing at all. So we're going to move on to eyebrows Or you know what? No, let's do our contour. I know I'm all over the place, but this is just how I like to do my makeup. So if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. But I use the Chocolate Soleil bronzer for my contour. And this is a little brush by like Crown Brush, I think, or Morphe, one of them. This is before like Morphe brushes got all this hype on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. So I don't even think that they make this brush, and that's why you really don't see a lot of it. I don't think they make it anymore, but I'm so happy that I picked it up because I love it for contouring. It's like super dense, but it's fluffy at the same time, so it helps buff out the contour as it's placing it at the same time, so it saves time. So then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. contouring blush duo bronzer thing, and I'm just using an angled powder brush to bronze up the skin. Next we're going to do, let's just do our blusher. Let's get our freaking face done first before I start hopping all around. Okay, so the next product I'm going to be using is this blush by Milani, and it's in Romantic Rose, and I'm just going to use a stippling brush to apply it. I really like this for every day because it's not super like bright, and it literally is like warm and cool toned, so it goes with any look. So I love this. It's usually like my go-to, you know, if I'm having trouble picking out what blush I want to wear that day, because yes, first world problems, I have those issues. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of a highlight on the top of my cheekbones, and I'm going to be using Becca Opal. Not Opal. I wish it was Opal. I don't have Opal. I have Moonstone. I'm just going to use this right on the top of my cheekbones. Now we're going to go on to eyebrows. The pencil that I've been using is this NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and everybody says that this is like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. The only thing is that I think it is a little bit stiffer than the Brow Wiz. Not that I don't like it, because I'm all for like cheaper products, but I just think it's not as smooth as the Brow Wiz, which just makes you spend a little bit more time on your brows, which by the way, I need mine waxed. Alright, so now I'm done with the Brow Wiz, or the Brow Wiz dupe, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go in with this Benefit Browsing in medium. I have been very scared because I've been using the brow powder by Whitening Lightning, or Gerard Cosmetics, and I got it last year and I'm seriously almost out of it, so I've been using it so sparingly and using my dip brow a lot, but I got this for gratis and I absolutely love it, so now I'm not scared anymore. Just going in and filling in any sparse areas with this. I absolutely love it. Like, this stuff is so pigmented, you only really need a little tiny bit. We have to put mascara on. Jordana Best Lash Mascara. This is my bitch. And I'm going to pair it with the Too Faced Roller Lash. Oh, this is the only thing about the Jordana Best Lash, is that it gets very clumpy very fast. But I still love it because it's like $3, so whatever. Not really going to talk about these two mascaras much because I did a review on the Roller Lash, and I talk about the Jordana Best Lash Mascara literally in almost every video because I don't want to be like a broken record. Like, I feel like I talk about so many things so often, and that's why I don't make favorites videos all the time. And then I finally picked up Peekaboo Neutral by NYX because everybody knows that I'm like obsessed with Manny MUA. And he uses this all the time, and I was like, okay, I need this in my life. Who talks when they're trying to do their lip liner? Since my bitch ass camera wanted to cut off while I was trying to tell you what I'm putting on my lips, I'm using Milani's Creme de Nude, or no, Nude Creme. Nude Cream? Whatever. Nude Cream. I love it. It's super creamy and they have a ton of pigment. And it's not a matte lipstick, which I've been seriously addicted to matte lipsticks, especially liquid lipsticks lately. But I wanted to switch it up because I feel like my lips are getting super dry and like literally dry when I don't have the lipstick on. So I wanted to switch it up. So there are a couple more products that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I didn't mention in my video. It's not that I don't use them on a daily basis, it's just that I didn't use them today. I've been recently wearing the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes, and when I was at IMATS, I happened to pick this pair up, and it is, let me see if I could, okay, so they look like this. I wore them in, oh wait, no, those were the Iconic. Like literally they look exactly like the Iconics, and I believe they're cheaper. These were $6 at IMATS, so they're probably just a little bit more expensive on their website, but these are the Cocoa Lashes in the style Goddess, and I absolutely love these. I accidentally broke my Goddess pair, like a freaking idiot. I was like cleaning the glue off of it, and literally it just pulled apart. But the band is exactly the same. They literally look exactly the same. I have them sitting right next to each other. So I love that I found a cheaper alternative that works just as well. I'm always for saving money. And the only other products I wanted to show you guys are these Neutrogena Naturals facial cleansing wipes. I normally use the blue package of these, but I got these sent to me by influencer and I absolutely love them. The only thing that's different is the texture of the wipe, and they're not as moist as the blue ones, but I love the Neutrogena Naturals line. They smell like apples, like they smell really, really, really good, and they do take my makeup off. They do not leave a greasy residue, which they absolutely do not. You don't have to rinse afterwards. They're dermatology tested and they're 97% and naturally derived, the formula. Plus, the towelettes are made out of something. I don't remember what, but it's made out of like recycled something. I know that doesn't help, but I don't know. So that is the rest of my get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, of course, leave those down below. If you guys aren't subscribed, be sure to click that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
So the next blush I'm going to be, the next thing I'm going to be using is this Milani brush. I switch up. Why do I keep doing this? Alright, and then chocolate bronzer, we all know that is my bitch, so we don't even, I'm throwing